Dude, I'm in my garage. I'm cold as shit. Fucking the space
You got to get a heater, man.
I have one. It broke. It broke.
The space heater right beside me is blowing right on me.
Yeah, mine's like in the. I gotta get a new one. That thing's old as hell. I bought it like years ago for that first turkey bowl, and it like killed since then. But we are live. We're gonna get some banter going. Welcome, Chris, Ricky. We got some playoff Sunday, championship Sunday, some awesome announcements, some awesome partnerships. Ricky, how you been, my guy? I know you've been stirring the pot. I appreciate you taking care of all the media for this week coming up and getting it hyped. I know some of the comp guys are a little salty that they haven't seen their stuff, but Ricky been doing his thing. That's our media guy right there, if no one knows. We're going to get going. Let some guys get in the viewers, and we'll hit it with our intro. Dude, I just thought about that too, Jeremy. Next season, a new intro is going to come out. We got another intro season, and that's going to be crazy because that's going to be a whole different aspect. We got to incorporate Ricky into it next year. Ricky got to be in his. He got to have his own slide announcing him.
On that. Wow.
All right, we're gonna let a couple more people. If you're just tuning in, drop who you got winning in the chat all weekend long. If you don't know, now you know. It is playoff weekend. If your captain's told you, your captain's told you. If you haven't watched Ricky's page, then that's on you. But he's been flying out that content for the Ducks, Rumple Pigs, Glory Boys, and Carnage not so much, which I saw they were a little salty about. Rick, what's that about?
Well, I mean, I go where the work is. Boy, everybody has love, but Carnage.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. You're kind of going in and out.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I said Carnage hasn't showed me any love since like week 2, and I just been going where the support was at.
Well, it's definitely going to be interesting to see. Are you going to be there Sunday? Did they got you on the books?
Pigs locked me down. So far.
Pigs got you?
Pigs got you, huh?
They're confident they're going to win it all.
Oh.
Woo-hoo.
You know, Pigs are looking to do something not many teams are going to be able to do. They're trying to win 2 championships in one day. I don't know if you guys know this or not.
Were they in comp?
No, the Pigs are also in the half season. They'll be playing later on, but we'll get into that matchup as well. But Pigs are going to try to do something that not many teams have been able to do. So if they pull it off, I think they made their statement on the season in 2024. If not,
we shall see.
I still think they made a statement.
I think they were 100%. They made a statement.
Dude, they were out there playing every week. They're playing 3 to 4 games on a Sunday. They're getting ready for nationals. I'll tell you that right now. So
I saw that.
But we're going to kick off the show. I'm going to get the intro going, and then we're going to get into our brand new announcement. As you see, we got a guest on, Chris, from Empire. New face. Someone that you might be seeing a lot more of. Definitely a lot more of. But let's kick it off with the intro and go from there. All right, everyone. Welcome to this episode of the Comish Podcast, 11/21 Championship Week for Rec and Comp. We're going to talk some tournament details, but before we do that, let's talk about the elephant in the room, our new partnership with Empire Sportswell, or Chris. We're gonna kick that off with him going this tournament weekend, next weekend for the Legacy Invitational, and Chris will be there with his merchandise as a main vendor and a proud sponsor of that. Chris, welcome to the Northfield team, my guy. We're excited to have you.
I'm excited to be here. You know, I think it's going to be a legendary partnership between us and you guys. You know, 2 forces coming together. You know, it's a lot to look forward to. I know that we talked earlier today, and that there's there's so much stuff that we really couldn't even fit into one meeting. So I'm excited to be a part of the league officially. I think I've kind of been unofficially a part of the league, but I think that's just with the amount of teams and all the support and everything. So yeah, I'm definitely excited to officially be able to sponsor the league and be a part of the league and come out to the events and feel like one big family.
Yeah, man, it's definitely excited to bring you guys on board, and we're definitely excited to have you as an official vendor of the Legacy Invitational as well. I know that you're going to be doing something a little special for our MVPs as well with that package. You want to let everyone know what's happening for our MVPs for that tournament?
Yeah, so if you guys don't know, we dropped our Florida package, which is 2 tops, 2 bottoms, sweatshirt, sweatpants, backpack. I think that's it with optional flags. But what we're going to do is the MVPs of the tournament will be able to receive that for themselves. So whatever they end up going with, if they go with another company or if they go with us, whatever it is, even if they're getting their uniforms and everything like that from other companies, that's no problem. We can make them extras, or they can forfeit them and they can get their sweatsuits and deluxe backpacks, which are also duffel bags, and we can make sure that they get taken care of. So as soon as once the tournament's over and the MVPs are announced and everything like that, I'm not going to put you guys on the spot. You don't have to talk to me there, but just reach out to me and we'll make sure that we get everything handled for you.
And just so you MVPs know, if you are going to be that MVP, it does take time, so don't delay the game to right before nationals
Exactly.
because then you won't get it. Or even if you're not going to nationals and you're still getting the MVP package.
You still win. Yeah, you still get
right.
it.
So
you still get it.
No matter who you are, we're excited to have everyone out there. Chris, we're excited you to bring a part of the family. I know Positivity is on board. They're still going to be around if people are curious about that. Chris is going to be primarily focusing on our upper division, where Rob's going to be focusing on our lower. And then, of course, we're going to do a lot more tournaments and stuff like that. But we have a lot of works. We're expanding. We're excited to bring you on a part of our family. And, hey, it's just more for everyone. And we're going to be, like you said, it's going to be legendary. And I think that says it all.
I'm stoked, man. I think we'll be able to, after we talked about it a little bit, be able to expand on helping bring small ball to the field as well,
Yeah, and I think that we're going to see a lot of that. If you guys haven't known yet, we are having small ball at the Invitational as well. As of right now, we do have on Saturday night, we have co-ed and women's playground. And then on Sunday, you'll have the 5v5 men's contact. Now, here's the thing. We haven't announced this yet, but if you don't have a team, you can sign up as an individual. So if you're trying to be on one of those free agent teams, let us know. It's going to be popping out, and you're going to be able to play some ball, and you have a chance to win one of those MVPs. So definitely lock in. Stay tuned to the Northfield page. We're going to be live that whole tournament. Chris, definitely we're excited to have you. You're more than welcome to stay on with us for the show if you'd like to, and you can kind of have your 2 cents. I know you don't know too much, but I think you know a good amount of the teams that are actually playing in these playoffs. So, and I know your jersey is definitely going to be representative. So, Justin, be nice, you little asshole. I'm just kidding.
You don't bother me, man. You don't bother me. That's family.
Right, exactly. But Jeremy, wow, what a week last week, right?
Yeah, I think in rec we kind of saw some really good games, but in the end, the last 4 standing are pretty much what we thought were going to be the last 4 standing.
Let's talk about the last 4 standing, right? We have the Glory Boys, Rumple Pigs, Carnage, and Midwest Ducks. If I'm not mistaken, Ricky, you actually kept Carnage out of the Final 4, right?
Yeah, you know what? I honestly thought we were gonna have one of those sleepers sneak in, but it didn't happen that way.
I thought so too, but they handled business. The top 4 teams definitely answered the call last week.
Yeah.
No, definitely.
I'm definitely excited to see where it goes this weekend, because these top 4 teams, it's anybody's game. And I really do mean that it's anybody's game.
Well, let's talk about last week's playoff scores real quick, right? I don't know if you guys can kind of see them right there. You had Photo Bombers upset Spartans in double OT 13-12. Went on to play Rumple Pigs and got our booty smacked. 28-0, which we might be seeing Rumple in the tournament. So we got some things we got to work on. And then you got Gremlins versus Caught Looking. Caught Looking came out with a bang, shutting out Gremlins, which I'll be honest with you, I did not expect that game. I thought it was going to be a lot closer. I don't know about you guys, but that 18 zip, I don't know if you can see that. And then they went to go play the Ducks, and the Ducks had a ball game with them. Ricky, you saw that game.
Yeah.
What's your takeaways from that Ducks Caught Looking game?
Nah, it's just Ducks came to show up, man. That defense, they came to play. Quick scoring and everything. Caught Looking wasn't ready. I don't think they don't. That was a sleeper that was unexpected. I had Gremlins going up. I think Gremlins would have had a better game against the Ducks for sure.
I actually watched a little bit of that game. It looked like Caught Looking moved the ball. They just, as soon as they moved the ball, they would get an interception or miss some passes, and that can make and break a game. Anytime you go against a good team like the Ducks, I mean, if you can't necessarily punch it in or you get down to the goal line, actually do something, and then you get an interception return for a touchdown, which is huge, a broken play, a couple pitches that actually got sent or took them to the house. So broken plays in the end, it still was a good game by the Ducks. They got a hard matchup, I think, coming forward in this next week, and we'll really see what they get to do in playoff time when it's the top 4 teams. This is going to be really interesting to see who comes out on top.
So you're talking about, we're talking on that top side of the bracket right now, the Ducks versus Rumple Pigs. I think that's going to be a game that kicks off our day. That's our 8 a.m. game right off the bat. Dude, I don't know. That one, I'm kind of mixed feelings on. What do you guys think that Rumple or like, what do you think's going to happen? I mean, the Ducks are pretty hot. Rumple's hot. I think that might come down to either OT or a 1-score game, in my opinion.
It's definitely anybody's game. That's a 50-50 game. I don't know. That's a tough one for me. I couldn't. Ducks are hot. They're on a winning streak.
Cordero says he's never been so confident in his squad. So, I mean, I think Cordell is definitely going to be there to show up. I guess the big question is are they going to be able to keep that momentum alive? But We'll get back to the Final Four in just a second. I want to go over some of these other first round scores. You got Intoxicated beating Fallen Angels, Dub Dum as well, and then you had Carnage having to play Intoxicated. Intoxicated put up 6, but Carnage was able to hold him off with a couple scores as well. Did you have a chance to check out that game, Ricky?
Nah, not really. I wasn't really paying attention to that game.
All right, well, that's fair.
I was being honest. Like I was like looking. They scored a couple times and I walked away.
Jeremy, you were there for that Fallen Intoxicated game, correct?
I was not. I was gone by then.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we have Tigers versus Wild Boys. Tigers beat out Wild Boys 10-6. That was from when I was tuning back and forth. That was a pretty back and forth game, if I'm not misunderstanding, right?
Which one?
The Tigers Wild Boys.
That was a great game. That was actually one of the games where I did not see the Tigers winning that game, but they came out and balled. And then they even came out and balled against Glory Boys too. It's just again, that was another one of the offense just couldn't put it together once they finally got the ball, because in that game there was a quick turnover or an early turnover by Glory Boys that Tigers could have capitalized and didn't. But that first game against Wild Boys, yeah, they really put it to Wild Boys and kind of shocked them a little bit, I believe.
Yeah, and then you had Glory Boys did their thing. They showed up, played Tigers, ended up playing Carnage. Now they got to play Carnage. It looks like in that second round, I think we see a little bit of a pattern here, guys. Defenses showed up in that second round of the playoffs. Definitely say, because only 6 points on the opposing teams was scored, and that was from Intoxicated. Everyone else got shut out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
You got the best. Me personally, in my opinion, you have Carnage, and Glory Boys, probably the best defenses in the league. A D line. They're playing against each other. Whoever's gonna win that is whoever's offensive line is gonna show up, because as a unit D line, they're both good. They both have explosive players. They have JoJo on the Carnage, and then they got JJ or LJ on Glory Boys.
Who's been putting together some
Crazy,
games?
yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, when they first, this is a rematch from the beginning of the year. In the beginning, Carnage won, but I don't think half the people were there from Glory Boys. They came at halftime, and at that point, Carnage was already away with that game. So
I do remember that. I do remember that. Yeah.
Rematch and see everybody's here now. So let's see who shows out.
Well, I think the biggest thing to say is we're going to be looking at that a lot. I think a lot of eyes are going to be on that rec game that early morning because you definitely have the comp going on in the first couple of rounds. So I think a lot of people's attention is going to be on these rec games on this Sunday. I mean, it's the hype right now on social media. I will say that. Rick, and it's part of because of you, Rick. You are hyping this rec championship Sunday off.
So
That's right, he did. That's right, he did. But guess what? He doesn't have to this time because he's no longer around. So you don't have to worry about that, Fredo. Oh shit! That means. Oh yeah, I did mean to say that. I'm just on petty ass shit. So, yeah. But that's something else. Midwest bullies are in the chat. Do they mean to be in here? Oh, Midwest bullies from their account said the Glow Show. So, beat them after the Ducks. Well, that is true. You guys did have the Ducks and them. So Carnage did have. That's right. I forgot about that.
what?
The Carnage beat the Ducks right before that as well. Before they played them. George got fired. If you didn't know, yeah, he got fired. Same with a couple of them. But we're gonna move on for that. We're gonna talk about. So my predictions. I think we may see. I don't know. A lot of people are saying Glory Boys, Rumple Pigs, in the ship. I think Ducks, if they keep the fire, they got something. Carnage is the team definitely to possibly show up as. I feel like Carnage is the sleeper team out of these four, in my opinion. I think a lot of people are expecting Glory Boys to do something. I think they're expecting Rumple Pigs to take off. I think they're expecting Ducks to take off. And yeah, I think they're the sleeper team. I think a lot of people got to watch out for that. That's in my opinion. I really don't. Does any of those teams or anyone in the chat right now have anything they want me to put out here, say for this? Chris, we appreciate you popping on, bro. We know that you were going to stay on too long, but you can watch out, bro. It's going to be a fun one. We got a lot more to talk about as well. But I don't know.
Who got winning that game?
Which game?
Carnage and Glory Boys.
That's a great question. I don't know. I don't know. I think any given Sunday, like we said before, I think it's going to come down to mental mistakes. I think it's going to come down to what happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree. Just like when they play Tigers, like Jeremy said, Tigers broke down, but what they were doing with the hard counts, slowing their defense down, that shit was working.
Yeah, I agree.
That information as you will, Carnage. Hard counts, you slow them down.
Yeah, Comp's going to be next, my guy. Comp's next up. So don't go anywhere. Comp's coming right up. But you said hard counts? Stop playing that any given Sunday. Pick a team, you fuck. Oh, Stam. Damn, he got me. I was reading. I read out loud. Nah, man, I can't. I got to stay unbiased. Because I truly believe, though, that, I mean, after seeing the Rumple Pigs Glory Boys game, that game was fought to the very end. All four of these teams, I feel like personally, can compete at a higher level.
I got Glory Boys. I think that they're gonna.
You think they're gonna sweep it?
Yeah, I do.
Do you think we're gonna see any donuts this championship Sunday?
I don't know.
If there's any donut, it's gonna be if Carnage is not gonna score. I think Glory Boys' defensive ends. I just don't trust Carnage's QB, man. I don't think that he can put on work in the corners. Look what they did to the Pigs. Their best receiver couldn't catch anything.
I guess so. Yeah. I mean, especially if you got LJ in there, that man's a beast.
Yeah.
dude, you're gonna have to. I won't be surprised if they try to double team him.
LJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then it's gonna leave it's just not him. It's that whole D line, bro. I don't think Carnage has the playing style. Let's not. We'll see what they do to adjust.
I was about to check you.
Glory Boys, like you rush Glory Boys, they have a mobile. He's gonna run, and it's either I in my opinion, every time he throws crossbody, it's a 50-50 ball. If it's not, if the direction he's running in is either deep or it's a dump to the center. You stop that. That's how you stop Glory Boys. Honestly, I think Carnage's D line is gonna get the Glory Boys all the time. I don't think they have a D line to stop that offensive line stop that D line. But I don't think Carnage has the receivers to get to their DBs.
All right. Well, let's say this then. Who let's before we move on to comp real quick, and we can pop back and talk some more about rec later. What's our final predictions for the championship game?
I got Glory Boys and Ducks. I got Glory Boys coming out 24-20.
This is the fucking hardest shit to choose. Like, it's crazy.
24-20.
Let's see in the comments, guys. What you guys find? Who are you guys predicting in there? Please double him, please. Well, yeah, because they'll leave another guy wide open for you guys to send. You guys got speed over there too, which is a killer.
That's what I'm saying. Like, their D line is crazy on both ends. They both got. It's gonna whoever shows up.
Well, I guess we're gonna see whoever shows up. So if you're not tune in Sunday morning, 8 a.m. We got the opening kickoff. We got the first matchup of the day. Rumpo and Ducks.
Hey,
they got Glory Boys and Carnage.
Look for the camera. I want to
look for the camera.
Look for the camera.
Look for it. Simple.
Get some cameos out there.
Hey, I just want to put this out there though. If you look for the camera and you fuck up, Ricky's not gonna let you let it down all off season. Yeah, man's gonna put edit after edit after edit on you.
Yeah, don't go in unfollow me, Glory Boys. I can't even tag you no more. Like, damn, ever since I put that video out, Glory Boys disappeared. It's crazy. It's all good though.
Explaining to do, Glory
Boys. All good.
I
got love for all teams, bro. I still posting their content. I just took business last week for them. I didn't deny their business.
Who?
It's all love.
It's emotion in that comment. There's emotion everywhere. I will agree. Yeah, they did have that first round exit and then coming back. A lot of people are saying Ducks and Glory Boys, so I think a lot of people are counting on Rumpel to not make it past the Ducks. I think everyone believes that the Ducks are on a high right now, and they might swoop in.
Bro,
yeah, dude.
Tyreek, explain to me the fuck you're talking about, bro. I come on. It's a podcast. You discuss the game. There ain't no backdoor. There's no. I'm not exclusive Glory Boys or what? I don't understand.
We're never gonna understand. What the hell did I just do? My bad.
What'd you do, bro?
I don't know. I clicked the button. But let's talk about the comp playoffs right now. Let's talk about how that final seeding matched out. SOB taking the number 1 seed. Dinos taking number 2. Dirty Birds taking number 3. Neighborhood Heroes number 4. And then you had Warriors at 5. Senators at 6. Metal Militia at 7. And Gridiron Guides at 8 with Retros forfeiting their season. It's going to be an interesting comp playoff, say the least. I don't know. I think that any one of those teams out of the bottom potentially can make it to the Final Four. I don't know, guys. What's kind of your guys' predictions here? I think out of the Gridiron Gods and Warriors, I think Warriors might pull it off. But I think the Neighborhood Heroes versus Warriors game, if that were to happen, that's going to be a really good game.
Yeah, I do. I got Warriors moving on in that first game.
You got Warriors moving on in that first game? How about you, Ricky?
I do. I have Warriors getting moving on that first.
More Warriors too.
And then I I don't know. It depends on which Warriors. Mark, don't take this wrong way, but I think depending on which Warriors team shows up, really depends if Neighborhood Heroes is going to make it out. Because you got to remember, Neighborhood Heroes is a good mix of guys, but it's some of the Brotherhood guys who just won that TFL D1 championship as well.
Yeah.
So it's a team that's been flowing, has some action going, making progress, has a lot of key guys from there. But I don't know who's going to come out because that side of the bracket is pretty interesting, to say the least. Because the other side, in my opinion, that's a very like I feel like you have a really new side of the bracket versus a very OG side of the bracket, if that makes sense. Because you got Senators versus Metal Militia is an old fashioned Northfield game right there. Um, a lot of people said Militia was very down in numbers this past Sunday. So I'm curious to see if Metal Militia is going to be able to pull that one through. Because either one of those teams are going to have to play Dirty Birds. And Dirty Birds is a team that's notorious for coming out in the playoffs and doing their thing. But at the end of the day, any one of these three teams are going to have to face Dinos. I think it may come down to SOB Dinos in the ship, in my opinion.
That was my pick was SOB Dinos, but I think Dirty Birds because obviously
Dirty Birds can sneak in it.
You can't count them out right now, especially
Yeah.
being in the playoffs. I mean, this is kind of where they shine. Last year I counted them out, and that was the wrong thing to do. They came out and they won it. So, but I do believe that SOB and Dinos kind of are the ones sitting there waiting for the rest to happen, I guess, to see what transpires throughout the other games. But Warriors, seeing them up close last week, they really have some guys that can put it together. So we'll see what they can do as well.
Well, you got to also look at it. SOB is coming off of that, rec win from summer, right? You have Dinos who just dropped down, who won comp before the season before that, and then you have Dirty Birds coming off of their win from spring, right? So it's really anyone's kind of ball game in that mindset. Pulled off the first game for me. I'll buy you a case of beer. Oh, why? You have some vendetta against Senators?
I don't think that's, I think you should take that, Frank. Seriously.
Take the case of beer?
Yeah. Wouldn't you?
I mean, yeah. I mean, if I win, I'll take the case of beer. I'm not going to deny it. I mean, it's going to be a good
I think
amount.
I think they can get past that first game.
Dude, because I be honest with you, it's the top side of the bracket that I'm kind of curious about. I really, if the SOB teams shows up that we've been seeing and when they play these elite teams, or yeah, I guess we can still call them elite teams. I don't know. I feel like we may. I feel like there's a good chance. I'm not counting out Gridiron Gods, guys, but after I don't know. If they upset Warriors and they kept the momentum, they might be able to make it to the Final Four. But they're going to have to hit that first game hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then Heroes, I think, are been known as a team that's been sitting there. They've been in the quarterfinals. They've been in the semifinals. Think about it. They won the D. Technically, Heroes won the D2 for the Open Division against Warriors in the summer. So that might be a technical rematch right there from that D2 championship, if you guys don't remember. And they kind of had their thing with them because remember, Heroes used to be Death Row. So I don't know. I think comp is definitely going to be interesting to see who's going to come out on top. I would love to see some guys in the comments let us know who they're going to think is going to win it all.
I got ZT winning back-to-back ships.
That'll be some crazy.
Okay. That's SOB right there. SOB.
Well, yeah. Think about it. If he wins fall, he swept 2024. He won an elite. He would win. He won comp rec, and then he would win comp. He won all the divisions at that point as a quarterback.
He's having a hell of a season.
That is very true. I forgot to even think about that. I mean, he won elite in the spring. Keep that same energy.
Gino, who's he from?
I think Dinos. No, I lied. I think Dirty Birds.
It's been kind of like I said, comp has been kind of quiet this year, so I'm hoping they make some noise in the playoffs.
Well, I think like how we said, like that any given Sunday, I think comp's going to be the most sleeper division out of all of them, where there's not too much to predict. I think it's very hard to predict. The way Dinos played this past Sunday, I've seen them play a couple times. When they have their guys, they are a good team. Same with SOB. I think any one of these 8 teams can honestly compete at a top level and have above 500 seasons, in my opinion. Um, I think it just depends on who shows up, having all your players, playing at your full potential. But this is the one thing I think a lot of people are not realizing going into this championship Sunday, right? Is that when you're looking at it, there is no other leagues going on at the moment. Everyone theoretically should have their full rosters, right? Everyone should be able to
Good.
have their guys. Everyone should show up. But it's just a matter of injuries. It's a matter of, I mean, dude, we don't even know what the temperature is going to be like. And supposedly it's supposed to be in the 50s. I don't know if it's going to be too cold or not. Let me double check. I thought I saw that it might snow again. If it's not gonna, it's not gonna. The snow went away. But we're looking at 51 to 44 degrees on Sunday. It's going to be a cold one out there, bro. It's going to be a
it's
cold
cold.
one.
But this
And
is
here's the thing.
Chicago. That's nothing new.
Right. It's going to be cold. We're going into that final weeks of November. Everyone knows how it gets out here with this weather. I mean, I'm just happy if the snow goes away. I'm happy about that because we all know how much it sucks playing in the snow, and the snow would change the game itself. Um,
Yeah, well,
those 8 a.m. games are going to be rough. I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to be the dew on the field. It's going to be a cold one out there. By the time that championship comes around, that's where Dinos and SOB are going to benefit of that later having that higher seed. Is that when they go out there, they're not going to have to. They're going to have to get a little bit warm, but it should be the sun should be pretty much out at that point, and it should keep it a little bit toasty. Where if you're out there from 8 a.m. all the way to the end, you know, guys probably going to get in their cars. They got to try to warm up a little bit, get back in, and kind of do what they got to do. Um, it's definitely going to be interesting to see, though. Hit up Ricky. Rick, if you're looking for pricing, hit up Ricky. DM directly. I know that he posted on his page as well some special he has going on for the playoffs. So definitely message him there. Uh, Dude, I don't really know what else to say about comp besides I think that it's a toss up. I think we have an idea of who our final 2 teams are going to be based on how the season has gone so far. But like how we said, that middle group of teams, Heroes and Dirty Birds, um, I think they can do any upset. I don't really know. But what's your guys' prediction on the final 4, at least? Who do you think is going to make it to the final 4 to see SOB or Dinos?
I'm gonna go with I think Warriors and Dirty Birds, SOB, and Dinos.
Oh, snap. Ricky, how about you? What are you thinking?
I'm gonna say the same thing, just because those are the only teams I'm really familiar with.
Oh, man. I love the word, but I think Heroes might.
Maybe that's Hammers mixed with. Is that team?
No.
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 Then yeah, Warriors, Dirty Birds, Dinos, SOB winning it.
All right. Well, I guess we're going to see who exactly wins it all. Come that. If anyone in the chat has anything they would like to bring up or say regarding comp playoffs, this is your now time to put it out there.
Wow.
What is with the whole $93 thing that everyone says? Is that like a joke or something that like someone like promote that? I see Mark does it all the time too. I don't get it.
I don't know.
SOB wants Dinos. Dude, if it's an SOB Dinos game, that game is going to be intense because the rest are going to let you. We're going to let you play. We're gonna let you play all weekend, like how we did for Rec too. Rec, we let you guys ball. It's playoffs times. Play football, have a good time, be respectful, but it's gonna be a ball. What man? I would hate to get smacked though in the cold. That shit will hurt.
$93 is pretty cheap.
He said he got him on pictures for $93. I don't know.
Maybe inside joke. I don't know.
Maybe I don't really know too much. Who's the refs? You'll see when we get to the field who the refs are. That's simple as that.
They just
Certified.
want to know.
Play football.
They just want to know who the rest.
It's no refs. Ball out.
Right. You out there roughing yourself. Nah, but it's going to be a good matchup for that, say the least. Now let me get into where am I at? Man, this show's moving along today. We're already 30 minutes in. I will agree. The trenches will be physical. Um,
As they should, right?
us three. Hey, imagine Ricky as a ref. Not gonna lie, that should be hilarious. I think Ricky would fuck with you guys. I feel like low key. Ricky be like, "Hey, look for the camera, flag." Oh, let me get this pulled up. I don't know if it's gonna show on here because we're gonna get into the legacy tournament right now. We got the 6 teams in there. So let me go over those 6 teams real quick with you guys, and then we're gonna show the matchups with the game times right now. So let me pull that up. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I accidentally closed that screen. I don't know, I'm an idiot for that, but I did it.
And Jeremy playing the game. What's going on?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, unfortunately, I had to play this guy Madden before while doing
Jeremy
this.
cares about Madden more than this podcast.
I was literally just playing NCAA.
Hey, I've done
Hey,
this whole fucking podcast, and Ricky just fight. When we were how long in? 38 minutes. It's pretty good, and I'm almost done. So you would have waited a little longer. You'd have never known.
Yeah, but we brought it up though.
I'm eating this dude alive. He's probably pissed talking shit to me right now. And if he knew I was on a podcast doing this, he'd even feel worse about himself.
Are you just doing some online guy?
Yeah, no, I'm playing in the league franchise, and I'm beating this dude handedly while having a podcast, and he's pretty mad.
Hey, he really is hitting them sticks. I'm pulling it up. So the final 6 teams we got for the 8-man tournament, we got Rumple Pigs, Alphas, Neighborhood Heroes, Venom, Reapers, and Photo Bombers. So
Ooh, Venom the return.
Venom with the return, yeah. I know that they were eager to see a lot of teams out there, so I know that they've been dying to get back onto the field. Neighborhood Heroes, I'm literally just making your name NH. I'm sorry, it's too damn long sometimes to type. And Reapers. And then since there is only 6 teams, everyone will make day 2. So games will start at 12:15. We're gonna talk about the whole everything in just a second. Give me 1 second. Because right now I have this display on.
There's players. Oh yeah, Chacho's a player. Oh, and so is Jeremy.
For what?
They're saying no players as refs.
I'm gonna have who I have refs, and that's who you're gonna have as refs, because they're not playing in those divisions. I don't really care.
Oh, they're refs. Don't you got to play the game?
People are certified as it. I don't even know who's saying that, but I don't know.
Basketball league.
They worried about the wrong reasons.
Oh, I know who it is.
They need to worry about playing football.
I understand why they're doing it. I think that shit's funny.
Oh, I really don't give a shit. Just play football. Wheel of names. All right, here we go. So this is for the matchups, and I'll let you know. So right now, we're gonna get the first game of the day. We're gonna look here. We're gonna have Alphas set up in the first bracket. All right. So who is Alphas gonna end up playing? Alphas is gonna play Rumple Pigs? Oh man, they just saw each other, and they're going to see each other again.
Who won it?
Rumple Pigs,
The Rumple Pigs, yes, they did actually.
and they're going to. And but
Good
right
game,
now, Alphas.
actually.
Yeah, it was Alphas are actually the number one seed still, even though they lost to Rumple because they have the most games, most wins. But it's definitely going to be interesting to see that game because that's going to be your first kickoff game of the day, and then you're going to have. Just going to see who's going to be in that bracket with them. Photo Bombers are going to be in the bracket with them.
Ooh.
So that's gonna put Reapers, Neighborhood Heroes, and Venoms in a bracket together. So we're looking at what's this thing? So let me the screen so you guys can all see what I'm looking at here. So you're gonna have damn, and we just got our butt whooped against Rumple Pig. So we got a little comeback going there. So you got 115. You're gonna have Alphas play back to back. And then you got to play the Photo Bombers, and then at 215, you're gonna have Photo Bombers versus Rumple. 315, you're gonna have you're gonna have Reapers versus Venom. 415, you'll have Reapers versus Neighborhood Heroes. And then at 515, you're going to have Neighborhood Heroes versus Venom. So Venom will have that 1 hour bye with it. So I don't know if you guys are seeing that at the bottom right there. If you can kind of read that. So that's going to be the pool play games right there. And like I said, I mean, it's going to be anyone's ball game. I mean, that's two. I feel like it's pretty even matchup if I don't say so myself. Jeremy, what do you think? Do you think that's even play? I mean, this is technically your first game. Your first tournament you are going to be running, Jeremy. How you feeling about that?
I feel excited. I feel like it's about time. I feel like we're about to have a good tournament. That's how I feel. I don't see anything other than good football happening. The dome is returfed, so I can't wait for a lot of the people who haven't seen it yet to kind of see it. It's going to be really nice for everyone to get out there. And, yeah, man, I'm excited just to see what everyone has with these teams getting ready for nationals. So I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited, man.
Well, we're talking about the dome and the returfing and everything, right? So we're going to talk about that right now because I want to reiterate that they just spent a couple $1 million to redo this term.
Oh yeah,
this dome, guys. They love us. They appreciate us having us out, but they're not going to play. It's going to be a great weekend. Now, remind you guys, if you haven't paid attention to the flyers, you haven't read, there will be admissions fee because there's going to be limited space that's going to be allowed for spectators. No one else besides players will be allowed on the field. The teams will be sharing a sideline, so they'll be on two different sides. You're going to be assigned your sideline. The rosters, you're right. The rosters, that's how you're going to be checked in to be allowed onto the field. If your name's not on the roster, you will be not allowed on the field. Pre-warn as well. Listen, they were very chill. I had a meeting with them today. They're straightforward about it. There will be concessions. They will be selling pizza. It's going to be cash only, so make sure you bring cash. Like I said, we worked out a deal with them and we got that all set up. It's gonna be $10 per day unless you buy the 2-day package, which is only gonna be $15 for admissions. But you realize is that there's not gonna be that much room right there, so it's gonna be really key to watch that game from at home. We will be live streaming the whole tournament, but we don't want to keep it too congested because we're not going to be the only ones in that dome. So be prepared. Remind you now with their new rules, with their new ownership that's under their body. There will be back checks at the door, so be smart about that as well. We're not playing, guys. We want to be back at this dome. We love the dome. We love what all the improvements they do. We got to respect what they are doing. So if you cannot respect the facility, you will be asked to leave. All football will have to go through door one. Be mindful too, because there is going to be kids on that other side of the dome. So you need to be mindful. I think that's the best way to put it. They're going to allow us to have fun. They love having us, but we got to be mindful as well. It's going to be no tolerance. If you throw a punch or you're going to get ejected, you're going to be done for the tournament. They did say though, they don't care if you guys come in smelling like weed. They don't care that anything like that. Just do that in your car. Be smart in the parking lot. Don't do it by the doors. If you see kids around, just be aware because we don't want to get complaints and have to kick you out. And that's all going to be in your guys' waiver that you guys are going to sign too. Is they're playing no games, but they're allowing us to play a great football on brand new facility and brand new turf. So I can't really complain too much there, guys. It's just basically though, all I ask is that you guys be respectful. Like I said, you're not going to be able to warm up on the other side because they have stuff going on. It's going to be blocked off. There's going to be only one way onto the field, so you're going to have to check in with us right there. Chris will be there selling flags and footballs and all that merchandise, which is awesome because we always need flags and we always need merchandise. Like I said before, too, small ball is still open. If you do want to play, we're going to be putting out that link for the Google Sheet where you can sign up as an individual to play 5-man or even try to get on a team for co-ed. Besides that, guys, just be smart, but just be prepared that, hey, if you walk in and you're a spectator and your game's not going on, you're going to have to pay the fee. So just be aware. Sometimes it's smarter to watch the games. Think about it, though. You can go in your car, smoke, and watch the whole football game and not be bothered. That's basically straightforward. Now they will allow you to bring. There is an area for spectators. It's at the end zone by the concessions, as everyone knows that's been there. There is limited area, but at the same time, it's going to be. You can bring chairs. They do allow you guys to bring in chairs to sit. You can't be on the turf at all. You can't be right up against the fence. No hanging on the nets or anything like that. We cannot have excessive music as well because there is another rental. So just be mindful of that when you're listening to your own music. I'm not going to be bringing out the DJ equipment, but we're still going to have a great time. We have a couple new people that are coming out, and I can't really complain too much. I'm pretty excited. I was there today. And the field looks amazing. And they put in brand new lighting too, which is even better because their old lighting wasn't the best. And now they put in all these brand new lights. And for the kickers, that overhang is gone. There is no more targets for the overhang. So we don't have to switch sides of the field either, which I'm pretty excited about too because that took up a lot of delay. For teams, though, just be, like I said, you're going to be mindful. I will try to have my best to have a staging area. Every section is going to be kind of coned off for where teams kind of have to be. It's going to be a great tournament. I'm really excited for it. I think that, I was just talking with them about some from future tournaments as well, or even potentially getting a league going over there at the Dome. Something small that they want to have us back. They're working with us as best as they can with the new owner. Pressy and his wife do an amazing job of always taking care of the flag teams that come out there. But like they have someone they have to answer to. So don't make them have to be the bad person. That's all I gotta say because everything's gonna be everywhere. You won't have for admissions, cash will not be. It won't only be cash. You can pay with Zelle or Cash App. Everyone will have hand stamps or wristbands. If you have the 2-day pass, you'll get a pass for that. We're going to know who exactly it is and all that stuff. So just like I said, be mindful, be smart, have a great time. And I'm just happy that we're not outside. I'll be honest with you. I'm happy we're not outside because last Turkey Bowl was atrocious. It was snow. It was cold. And guess what? They have heat in the dome. So we did confirm today that the heaters will be fully on. And guess where the area is for the spectators? Right by the heaters, guys. So we make sure that the spectators are going to be warm over there. On the bright side, all kids are free. You don't have to. No kids will have to pay. It's going to be 18 and under. It will be free. So, like I said, but if your name's not on that list for your roster, you will not be allowed on the turf. I can't stress that enough. Me, Jeremy, and Mark. This is Jeremy and Mark's first actual tournament as directors. I'm going to let them run their show a little bit. But it's going to be a great time. I'm excited for it. Jeremy's excited. Mark's excited. Dude, man, I don't really have much else to say for that. I mean, we're excited for the tournament. It's going to be a great one. I'm pretty dope. And then shout out to not forget we actually got another tournament sponsor, Pellegrino Realty, the Rumple Pigs himself, Sammy, decided to sponsor part of the tournament as well. So you'll be seeing a lot of his advertisement out there as well. Shout out to him for caring for Northfield. They're definitely are going to be, I think we're going to see a lot more of them around. They want to help out. So shout out to them. So, I'm sorry, Pellegrino Residential. And so if you ever need a realtor, you need someone that's going to take care of them, someone that you trust, they're an honest family. They'll get you into the place where you need to be. So if you need a home, you need to find somewhere else, you need to sell your thing, talk to him because he will take care of you. And he'll make sure that you get top dollar or help you get the lowest dollar to buy a house. So if you haven't yet, make sure to hit thumb up for all your realtor needs. But besides that, Jeremy, I think, do you have anything to say about the tournament? I know I just blew up a lot on people. I'm really excited. I don't know if you can tell.
Other than I hope that this tournament just runs, pretty smooth as it can be. Good luck to all the teams that are in it and to all the players. And yeah, like I said, to have Chris there from Empire, if you guys need flags or any other merchandise that he has, he's going to be there to help you guys out as well. Teams that are looking for uniforms as well, reach out to him as well. Yeah, let's have some fun, man. Let's have a good tournament and let's see what this dome can do for us, huh?
Yeah, man. And the good thing is that even with that, we might be having some other potential opportunities in the near future that may not be in state for Dome, but very nearby due to our new partnerships that definitely kickoff weekend may be on the road a little bit. I'm a little premature talking, but like I said, Northfield is in full swing in the background. Um, Jeremy and Mark are going to be, your commissioners, your point of contacts. Giuseppe would just be more behind the scenes with stuff. But it's going to be 2025. You're going to see a lot of changes coming. I'm excited to finish off this year strong with the people that we have. The recruiting class of referees we got coming in for 2025 is going to be amazing. IHSA certified referees. We're going to trying to bring back some referees that you guys absolutely love. Rosters are going to be due that Friday right after Black Friday. So rosters are going to be due Black Friday.
Steve, you has how many per roster? I believe
30.
Use it 30. I believe we should probably shorten that probably to 25. But I mean,
no, we're going to keep it at 30. We'll keep it at 30 because that's what I already pronounced to everyone. But coaches do not count as a part of your roster. I just want to make that clear. So if you have a coach,
will be checked. So,
like I said, the only way you can get onto the physical football field is by being on a roster. Now, if anyone would like to volunteer and help out the league during this time, you won't have to pay anything. You can show up and watch football all day. I'll make sure you're taken care of. But like I said, 30-man roster. If you're not on the roster, you will not be stepping on that turf. There's no gum. If you have any type of nice beverage, please hide it very well. We have those Prime bottles that we've been giving out. Those are great ones. Keep it on the low. But bag checks will happen at the door. We'll have door one. So be smart. Be responsible. Be responsible with your cleats as well. Don't come in there with some metal cleats or some crazy stuff to make you kick you off there. Just guys, it's all about having fun. You know what I mean? And this is respectful. And what we're doing right now is the reason why we call it a legacy invitational is because this is going to be our legacy. We are forming the future of what Northfield's going to transition into, and this tournament will set that tone for what's going to come in the future. And I think even having Chris there with all his merch just sets that even to that next bar. I know some people said, "Oh, Giuseppe's in a great mood." Giuseppe's in a great mood because we've accomplished a lot today, man. And I'm excited for these games this Sunday. A lot of shit's been going on and off the field, and a lot of bullshit from some people that want to start some shit. And I'm
We're
just not
excited
having
to
any more.
we're excited to move forward. We're excited to keep it going here. Finish off this season, the fall season, getting into nationals and kind of getting ready for what's to come. And like I said, to all our fans and to not, it doesn't really matter if you're going to be here for the little time or for the long run. It's up to you. But Northfield's here to stay, and yeah, wait for see to what's in store.
Oh, we got a lot coming. But I will want to say one more thing, just so that people do know. I know that we don't have a winter league right now because they're expensive, but there is a winter league out there for T-Man. If you haven't yet and you're looking for a winter league, he is
Friday
having one.
nights. Friday
Friday
nights.
nights. Shout out to him for being able to do that. I know it's very hard to put on tournaments, especially in today's day and age with cost. I can only imagine what he's going through to make sure that league happens. And I would love for that to succeed for him, just for the fact of, it's hard to do these leagues for you guys, especially indoors with the cost. And it's not a pretty penny. There's a reason why the fees are high, because the field cost is high. But besides that, guys, yes, if you guys can see some guys out there, it's going to be a great time. I'm looking forward to see everyone. If not, I'm looking forward to see you guys in the comments. We will have commentators during the whole tournament. We'll have some of our video guys. We'll try to have the staggered camera. That's crazy. All 7? Yeah, that's nuts. I believe it, though. No, I'm just kidding. But at the end of the day, guys, I'm excited to see what happens. Have a great night to everyone. I appreciate you tuning on. Good luck to all teams finishing their season, and I can't wait to see who we crown our 2024 fall champions. I'm going to hit it out with the extra. And like I said again, if you haven't yet, if you need jerseys, if you need anything, go to Empire, go to Positivity, hit them up. They'll take care of you. We got guys backing you to make sure that you guys are getting quality products out there and making sure that you guys are taken care of on a daily basis all around the board. Have a great night to everyone. And like I said, I look forward to seeing you guys all very soon. I'll see a lot of you guys on Sunday. If it's not in the morning at Rec, it'll be in the afternoon at Comp, as well as shout out to the half season that is playing. I forgot to bring them up. Oh my God. Alphas are in the ship at 2:00. And then you got Black Shirts versus Rumple at that 1:00 spot. What? That's 4 games for Rumple Pigs that they potentially might have, Jeremy. So Jeremy got it in the store. They played Rumple this past Sunday. They were giving you guys the work in a little bit. They were figuring it out. They were gassed though by the time they played you guys.
Yeah, they were gassed, and we were shorthanded too. So we'll see who shows up as well for the Black Shirt squad. There's a lot of names out there that are on the roster that haven't showed up due to other games, due to other leagues and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens, and we'll see what team shows up.
All right, man. Well, hope everyone has a great night, and we'll talk to you soon.
Peace out.